KSOW.
Not live, but we're recording. Bring us in, Cruze.
I think I've made it.
Bring us in, Shane. Bring us into a good podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to KSOW Podcast with my man Cruze and my man Jose.
Boom.
Guests are getting good at this, bro.
They are.
You guys are getting good. And
Intro, outro.
we got my boy Shane in the building today. You know, this is gonna be different. We ain't gonna be cussing today. Jose ain't gonna be acting a fool. So
I don't even act a fool. I just be telling my life. That's just my life.
look me in the eyes and say that.
It's my life, man.
You gotta zoom into that.
Yeah, because Shane, you're not a teacher, right? But what are you
Nah,
now?
I'm an assistant principal now.
Assistant principal
Yeah.
at a elementary school that we...
Middle school.
Middle school, man.
middle school,
Have some
sorry.
respect, bro.
Middle school. We don't have to name it, but it's in the west side in Phoenix.
Yep.
And yeah, so we got to be professional. No cursing, no crazy stories, no nothing.
Rated G
Rated G. This is going to be a nice challenge
for the
Jose.
kids.
for the kids.
For the All right. Anyways, today's topic is tattoos in the workplace.
Yep.
So you're a teacher. I'm gonna be honest. I've never
Assistant
seen.
principal.
Assistant principal, man.
Say,
Show some
you
respect.
know what I mean,
Show
man.
some respect.
I know, my bad, my bad. Look, you know what I mean. But look, it's weird because as a kid, we never seen that tattoos. In the
I was literally
workplace.
thinking on my way over here, like, to see an assistant principal have as many tattoos as you do, because you don't have to hide them, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then my daughter just started pre-K, and all the teachers are just young women who have tattoos. It's weird.
It is.
It's
Man,
really
so,
weird.
So wait, did
is.
you always wanted to be like in the school system?
No. So initially I wanted to become a cop.
Ooh,
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Yeah. Definitely wanted to be a cop, but I think, thinking about tattoos in the workplace, we got to go back in time to how we were raised as kids.
It's
All
so
tattoos
different.
were like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't get tattoos.
Yep.
Actually, no, for me it wasn't like that, but for some people it was.
I would say a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, especially for me, don't get tattoos, you're not going to be able to get a job. When people think of
Facts.
tattoos,
That's
you're in a
facts.
gang. So just really a negative stereotype or narrative around tattoos.
Yeah, my mom didn't want me to get visible tattoos. When I got my neck, on the scissors on my neck, she flipped the F out, bud. Tell you that. She freaked out.
Dang.
I was thinking Stephanie too. She freaked out. She's like, why'd you do that? She got mad.
Your girl got mad at you?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Were you a barber at the time?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. Well, but growing up, my godfather, my Nino, had a tattoo, and he's like, "Yeah, when you're of age, I'll take you to go get your tattoo if you want a tattoo."
Mm.
And then my mom always talked about tattoos, how she wanted a tattoo and all this stuff. And I told her, I remember telling her when I was young, I was like, as soon as I get of age, I'm gonna get tattoos. I'm gonna get piercings, and she thought I was gonna grow out of it.
Yeah.
And I never did. I still want to get tattoos. I gotta make an appointment with the tattoo lady right here.
What'd you get next?
I want to get Steph's initial right here.
Dang.
Because wearing a ring while cutting is like not comfortable.
That's fact.
Even wearing it all day, it's not comfortable.
It's not.
I'm used to wearing rings on my pointer fingers and my pinkies, but right here,
You see me, boy. You see me, boy.
yeah. But I mean, for everybody, it's different. But for me, it's like I tried it this like whole week, 2 weeks. I just like it's just not comfortable. Then hair gets underneath there, more pointers.
Facts.
But
I've never worn rings in my life. So
I used to wear
it's very-
rings, but it's just pointers and pinkies.
So you could do this all day?
No, so when I point at someone, I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And when I drink my
He's
my
a-
beverage, go like this.
you don't got the lazy when you got
But yeah. So what made you want to get your first tattoo then? Since it was so
Well,
like
that-
taboo for you.
That was the thing. My pops he told me, if you ever get a tattoo, I'm gonna have to kick you out the house.
You said it's
And
whatever.
I don't think he was serious. It was just him trying to
Scare you?
scare me.
Yeah.
But I didn't get my first tattoo until I was 23.
Dang.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
29.
6 years you did all that.
Yeah.
That's wild. What was your first
going
tattoo?
crazy.
Yeah.
My contemporary Filipino tribal.
Are you Filipino?
Half.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Because most people that get those are not even any type of Asian.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
facts.
I just saw
Yeah.
Jake Paul
That's
has like a tribal tattoo
Yeah.
from the fight yesterday. I'm like, yeah, that's just. I think that looks tacky. That's just me personally, but
Yeah. So I even sat down my dad. I said, Dad, I'm 23. I'm a grown
man.
man.
Damn. I'm a man.
I'm a man, Dad.
and thankfully he was like, yeah, like you're right. I mean, just be smart about it. Just be mindful that you might not be able to get a job. I was like, yeah, I hear you.
And it's permanent. That's what I would
Yeah.
tell my kids. It's
Facts.
permanent. It's not gonna come off unless you want to go through even worse pain.
Damn.
Yep. That's
So wait, where'd you work before? Like when you were younger, before working at a school?
worked at Starbucks, worked at an optometrist. So I,
What's that?
Did your tattoo show during those jobs?
yeah, a little bit. It was,
And they were cool with it?
Some
they were
don't
fine
care. I
with
don't
it.
feel like
They didn't care.
no.
That's
Um,
crazy.
What else? Worked at an optometry, so I cut the lens shape into the frame, the eyeglass frame.
Honestly,
Dang.
the guy that does that where I go, he's super chill, bro.
Yeah.
We go to the same place. He
Yeah.
said, "Where I go, like,
I
don't
put
go
him
there."
on. But
See how they be acting.
side note, that looks like a real cool job. I always thought that would be a cool job. So whatever.
It was cool. It was laid back.
Yeah.
And then I worked at Planet Fitness for a little bit.
Oh, you worked in all jobs where it
Yeah.
didn't really matter.
So were you working these jobs while you're trying to be a policeman?
Yeah. So when I was going to a JUCO out in California, they had kind of like a career fair, and they had a station with the sheriff's department. And I had asked him regarding tattoos because I'd already had my tribal, and he just said, you know, we do have a tattoo policy. You have to make sure that it does not go past the shirt line, and if it does, we're going to ask you to we're going to ask you to have it either get it removed, or you just cannot be a police officer.
Couldn't even wear a sleeve,
Dang.
like a long sleeve.
That's what I also had asked, but he said it's best not to do that just because it could run risk in the
That's
event you come
crazy.
across somebody on the streets. They could be able to identify you.
How long ago was this?
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Man, this was like in 2014, 2015.
Now
That's
cops
crazy.
have tattoos.
Because when
in
I
the
was
army, you
cutting
can have
hair
tattoos.
in 2017, there was a dude who has a full sleeve, and he was a police officer.
Yeah. I think it also depends on the department.
Yeah.
So what
I can see
department is
that.
this? Cali?
This is, in California.
That
Honestly,
makes sense.
I think I don't even know. I haven't gotten pulled over. Knock on wood. I haven't gotten pulled over in a minute, so I don't know. Really, I don't really know if policemen have tattoos. I'm pretty sure they have tattoos.
There's definitely some. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen some. I went on a ride along.
You went on a ride along?
Were you
Ride
Kevin Hart or
along.
were you Ice Cube?
Bro.
You went on a
Did
ride
you see
along.
anything crazy like that you're allowed to talk about? That's school appropriate.
I had to ride with the lieutenant, and there was a mom who called the police on her son, and I think she wanted to give him a reality check. So when we arrived on
Scare straight,
scene,
huh?
when we arrived on scene, there was just a police officer giving him kind of like a
speech.
mentor type
Yeah.
conversation, and then all of a sudden I hear on the radio, possible suspect, please report, blah 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 blah, and she was like, Shane, we got to go. So we kind of like booked it, hopped in the car, hit the sirens, and then when we arrived, that's when I saw officers sleeved up, but they had it covered, but you could definitely tell.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, okay, so at least I know with this department they allow tattoos.
Yeah.
But I was still skeptical because there's always that fear just being raised, whether it was my parents or my friends talking about it, that they were raised the same way of like, if you get a tattoo, it's going to be a job stopper or it's just going to impact you.
true.
And you have
I
no
heard
idea
that
where your
my whole
future's
life.
at.
That's facts.
So
So what made you not want to be a police officer anymore?
went to ASU and then majored in justice studies. And a lot of people, so justice studies is different than criminal justice. So justice studies just focused on the social injustices going on in the world. A lot of people focused on police brutality. And I focused on the injustices that occur in schools, like bullying. So like kids getting bullied, and sadly, if they take their life, like if you think about the news, they never talk about the punishment or the consequences that bully got.
Yeah.
And there's no law that states bullying is illegal.
Yeah.
And I think if a student, knock on wood, rest in peace to the students who have self-harm due to bullying, that like, it's unfair. There's an injustice in that.
Yeah.
That's
So
facts.
I dedicated all my papers to that. And I realized for somebody who was bullied as a kid, I was like, damn, I want to be able to put myself in a position to be able to be there for students and be the adult that I needed in school that I didn't have growing up. Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yep.
So this life chose you. You ain't choose it.
The life chose me. So
Did you graduate from ASU?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's sick. A lot of people don't graduate. I didn't graduate.
But I'd spent 5 years at a community college.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was like, BSing, still trying to get my life together.
Back in Cali?
Back in Cali.
Yeah.
And then
so how many years total did you do then?
7.5 of school.
Of just that one major?
No. He said he was messing around the first couple of years because he didn't know what he wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think
taking
messing around, just not really taking school serious.
Yeah, so I took a semester off of school.
I don't know. People choose their majors and then they still don't take it serious.
No, I took a semester off of school, and then when I came back and tried the college thing, I was taking 1 to 2 classes and barely passing or failing. Then that's when I was like, you know what? To be a cop, you don't need a college degree. You just need a high school diploma. So I did that. But then had a defining moment in my life where I felt this isn't what I want to do. And then dedicated myself to school, transferred to ASU, started doing papers on bullying, and then wanted to do something in education.
That's so crazy. Were you bullied?
I mean, not really, but there was a couple
incidents. Just always skinny and just...
There was a couple. I was a funny kid, bro. I would crack jokes like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there were some times when people got mad.
I don't even know if I was considered bullied because I had friends, but when people try to talk crap to me, I'll come quick. That's why now as an adult, it's just like this. And then when I was in my family, I was a chubby cousin. Now we're all the same size, so it's fucking funny.
Now we all big. That's messed up.
But no, growing up, I was a chubby cousin, so they would just always pick on me. But I don't know. I don't feel like I was ever bullied.
Now we all the same size. That's funny.
It's hilarious, dog. I got cousins that are just all shoulders.
Yeah, those fat jokes really hit you,
They did when I was younger. When I was younger, but as I got older, I knew I got somebody when they went back to my weight. Talking crap. Whatever, dude, you still weigh too much. I'm like, okay, whatever, dog. You still ugly, and you can't even change your face. Just the simplest one. Saying that in 5th grade really messed up the 5th grader kid.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got into high school where I said some meaner stuff as my comebacks. It's funny.
Hey, I used to roast people all the time just because.
Bro, just this weekend, yesterday at Archive at Wilson, some dude just started roasting me. And in my top of my head, some big old Chico, the guy you cut.
Hey, cool.
He was there with me. We're just helping out. He just started roasting me. I'm like, Chico, you look like you make tamales blindfolded, dog. You need to relax.
What's that you mean?
Dude, he's a big guy.
Tamales blindfolded.
That's not, it looks like you make tortillas from scratch for fun, dog. Come on.
You know what's crazy? There's adults who
Chico,
still try to have those child tendencies of trying to purposely put somebody else down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I only really talk crap or talk like this with people is when I like you.
Right.
Yeah. Cause I can obviously give it and take it. Yeah. That sounds horrible. But yeah. But if I don't really like putting people down. I don't know.
I think there's a difference between friends. Because naturally, I feel any friend group just takes digs at each other. Mm-hmm. But thinking about somebody where they make an uncalled for comment, I always tell my students, whoever made that comment towards you, they're insecure about themselves. Yeah. And I think that says a lot.
Yeah, Jose real insecure, man, because he be cracking jokes on me. I be getting bullied in here.
Not really. Not really. I was just called handsome this past week, man. What are you talking about? And I only got a mustache, bro.
You're sick. And have you worked in a place where you can't have tattoos?
No, because I really didn't get it started. I really didn't start getting visible tattoos until I was done with ASU and I went to barber school. But I didn't get my hands and my neck tattooed until I was already a couple years in barbering.
Yeah.
Where I was already paying bills. I had a car payment. I lived outside my mom's house.
Right.
So I was already like established at 2021 doing that. So I was like, when I have money, I just wanted tattoos. That's basically this whole arm. Like I had this one when I was, and then like I didn't really start getting my hands invisible ones until I was like 3 years into barbering, 2-3 years into barbering. Okay. And that's and honestly, that's like the best advice to give people. What you said, unless you know your career path, get whatever you want. Until then, just get ones that you can cover. Like, because like there's even I think Steph, even when she was at SRP, she still felt weird having visible tattoos. So I think she talked about like getting one under here so she can wear a watch, or getting one here because you can't see it and I can wear a shirt, stuff like that. But no, I think barbering was like my only career. Like until I was of age to get a tattoo. Cause I got my first tattoo when I was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my mom paid. Did my mom pay for it? I don't know who paid for it. She signed for it. But it was like right here. So I was able to cover it. ASU, I don't think I got any. Did I get any tattoos in ASU? I think I got like 1 or 2. And then, yeah.
You just been getting tatted your whole life, huh?
Pretty much.
It's crazy. That's crazy, boy.
Yeah. A lot of people always talk to me about tattoos. It's
because you got a lot.
But it's kind of weird. Because I don't know, like when people tell me like, oh, I like your tattoos, I'm like, thank you.
Yep.
And then that's it. And then I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
That's it. Huh?
I feel that.
That's crazy.
Or like the one joke I always said for like a couple of years, I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. I only get tattooed when I'm sad. They're like,
been sad a lot. Huh?
That's what they said. That's what like, oh, that's crazy, dude. I'm like, I'm just kidding with you. I caught it. I'm just kidding with you.
Yeah, I can edit it later. It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really had a problem with tattoos in the workplace. I just thought yours was more interesting because you're like around children all day.
Right.
Parents see you. You have parent meetings. You like, I'm assuming you have to dress a type of way every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you have like neck tattoos. You want a head tattoo.
Yep.
And hands. Like, it's crazy.
And that's, I think I feel I came into it smart. So when I first got my interview with the school that I'm at, I emailed HR and said, do y'all have a tattoo policy? And they said no. So I said, all right. So yeah, they said there's no tattoo policy. And I was like, all right. But that's when I only had my tribal. Mm-hmm. And then I remember going on my first day of work. There were staff members tatted. There was one, there was a staff member who I don't know what she had, but she had something right here in her hand, but it was very small. Mm-hmm. And then once it got to about October, that's where I said, I'm going to get this tree on my arm. But similar to what you said, you waited until your third year of barbering. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until my second or third year in education where I said, man, screw it. I'm just going to start getting more tattoos. And it's crazy. So one of my boys from back home, he's actually a nurse, neck tatted. And he's the one who kind of inspired me to do it. I saw him and I said, bro, weren't you scared getting it? Especially being a nurse. He said, no, we don't have a tattoo policy. And he said, bro, you and I are pioneers in our industry. And when he said that, I was like, you know what? You are right. You are 100% right. So then that was in December. By January, I scheduled my appointment for this first neck tattoo, and then had my tattoo done in March. And at that point, definitely kids looked at it like, oh crap, you're the only staff member that's tatted like that. Mm-hmm. So there was a shift, but thankfully the organization that I'm with, I've never felt any negativity or some type of judgment. That's cool. And I'm lucky to be a part of that organization. And even the parents, thankfully, I've never felt a certain way. And I think because of that, a lot of our parents have tattoos. So I think they just get it. Yeah. And there was a point where a parent even told me, I'm happy we have somebody like you in our building because now I know my son can relate to somebody like you. Yeah. I was like, that's exactly why we need more people.
That is crazy.
Who are tattooed.
I never felt like that in school.
Never, bro. I was like, why are you trying to take me to the office?
Or like, I remember seeing teachers with tattoos and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I ain't had no teachers and tattoos.
I had, but like, it was like sneaky. Like, it was back to like, they had the wrists and they thought the watch was covering it. a couple tramp stamps. I remember they would like bend over, drop a paper, and there's obviously a butterfly. I was like, oh, Miss.
That was a thing back.
I was
in
like,
the day,
oh, Miss So and So, huh? You tatted, man.
That was a huge thing back in the day.
Yeah,
100%.
But now, like, even like when I dropped off my daughter at school the first day, I see all these ladies with tattoos.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy. This is elementary school.
Yep.
I'm like, that's wild. I think it's really cool too.
And I think as the years continue, teachers are only getting younger, and the teachers, or even no matter what profession you're in, the people with that old mindset, they're retiring. They're getting out of the profession. So people our generation are coming through.
I know, honestly, a lot of like, I'm pretty sure now, like, are you the most tattooed in your family?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, if you ask your aunts and uncles, they probably have a favorite tattoo on you.
I don't know. A month ago,
I ain't never had that
a month ago, one of my uncles, he came at me sideways and said, "What's that dirt on your arms?" And then he talked about, I have an older cousin. He also, I would say, influenced me to get tattoos, and he started talking trash on him, talking about, you must have been hanging out with Martin.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you doing hanging out with him? And that moment, I turned up. Like, I had to, come at him and let him know that type of disrespect's not going to fly. But with the other aunts and uncles, they just see it like another day. Even with my grandparents, they say, "Oh, what tattoo is that? When did you get that?" It's very basic questions.
Yeah.
But I feel no judgment overall.
That's crazy. I went to church one time back home. They're like, "What is that? I should whoop you." I was like, "Hold on, you ain't gonna talk to me like I'm a kid in church, bro."
Yep. Didn't you all talk about that in one of your previous episodes of family members thinking that they could talk to you however they want?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I when after that episode, a lot of people relate to that.
For sure.
So many people, and I still to this day think that's crazy that you can even relate to that.
Yep.
I'm like, that's so crazy. But
That's
no,
how
I
it
remember my aunts. They would tell me, like, I only said that comment because I have an aunt. She's like, "I love your back piece," and she's only told me this. I don't think she's really said it in front of anybody. I think she has, like, in front of my mom and my sister, but I think it's really weird because I know if my little cousin, her youngest son, if he got a tattoo, like, she would whoop his butt, bro. But she comes up to me, she said, "I love your back piece. It's so nice, this and that." The only one that really gave me like any kind of like shade was my grandma. But she was just funny. She's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, like, it's this." She's like, and she'll like start, as a Mexican, she's like, "Oh, you got a lot of balls? Oh, let me see them." Because she started talking all crazy to me. So I'm like, I think people in my family got more upset when I got my ears pierced than when I got tattoos.
Dang, really?
How does that work?
Because the earrings are for girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, nose ring.
That explains a
nose
lot.
piercing is for girls. Mexican families are very machismo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as I showed up with my ears pierced, it was like they just talk all this crap. And I'm just like,
But that's because we're the in between generation. The generation before us is all tradition. The generation after us is no tradition. We're the only generation with like half tradition and half the new stuff. You know what I mean? Like these young kids, they're not even going to college anymore like that, and
but you don't really need to.
they're making money. They're
Depending on
learning
what
how to
you
make
wanna
money
do.
easier. They're not having to go through manual labor and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah, like my cousin, he talks like we have the same interests because he like shoes, fashion, thrifting, and all that stuff. But even I tell him, I'm like, dude, just do something, just stick with it. If you're gonna work at the bank, try to get as high as you can. If you're gonna work with your dad in construction, learn how to use every equipment and become valuable. But a lot of like his generation, like the high school kids, and now they don't want to do nothing.
there's a lot of kids that don't want to do it. Yeah.
Even like into cutting hair. Like I feel like a lot of dudes just want to cut hair, sit here, and the money comes to them.
Yeah. Absolutely. A lot of people do not think you got to build up your clientele.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
gotta
Like
put your time
even
in.
yesterday when I was at Archive, I made a couple clients. All just from talking, conversating.
Yep.
They asked me, "Oh, do you work here?" And I said, "No, I cut so and so and so and so. Where do you work? I work over here. Let me get your Instagram." And I tell them, "Yeah, DM me, text me. If I can't get you in, we can work something out." And boom, done.
Yep.
You always got to market. Always, always, always.
And I think that's important because at my school, we talk about, hey, attending college, there's an opportunity. And I think with us, it's not that we're telling our kids that they have to attend college, but we want our kids to believe that no matter where you come from, no matter what area code, you have that opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the other hand of that, if you don't want to go to college, great. Think of a trade, barbering, tattooing,
electrician.
Yeah.
I've told so many kids, because my wife works for SRP, I'm like, become a lineman.
Yep.
Go to CGCC, join the lineman program, get whatever you need to, like math, English, whatever they tell you to get. And then by the time you're like 25, you'll be making like 45 an hour.
Yep.
Money. And just don't want to do it. I've told like a handful of kids that they don't want to do it. Like, what, man? If I was 19 and my girl told me that at 19, I would have been a lineman right now. I just so happened just tried barbering, and it's been paying my bills, taking care of my kids.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think a shift in that is thinking about trades. I feel they've become very popular within these past couple of years compared to when we were kids.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Because now you can actually, the point of view of building a roof, the point of view of being an electrician.
Yep.
And like you see a woman do it, you see a man, you see a guy time himself. That's like, he's like 21. Oh, I can put this socket in less than a minute.
Yeah.
And it's interesting and it looks cool. And all it takes is 9 months of school, and you become an electrician.
And a lot of trades make a lot more money than a lot of these jobs.
Because you're always a necessity.
Yep.
You're always going to be a necessity. Like if I knew about cars, I would have been a mechanic. I don't know. I do nothing on cars, but if I did, I would just be a mechanic. I just tell everybody, you need to work on anything, I got you. But I don't know why kids don't do that.
Don't do what?
Just do a trade.
A lot of kids are starting to do trades. I'm seeing way less people, like even in sports and stuff. Like a lot of them aren't going to college anymore. They're going to G League. They're going to overseas. They're going to the overtime thing. Like college it's starting to slow down a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, but back to what you were saying about like the only reason I was able to go to ASU is because I made that opportunity. I worked hard for the Obama scholarship. Yeah. That's what I did back in the day. And I did whatever I needed to. I think it took me like a whole year, sophomore to junior year. So by the time I was a senior, I had a scholarship. And all I wanted to do was try college. Yeah, just to see what my mom was bugging me about. Like, why do I gotta go to college? She always just said you gotta go to college. Yeah, so that's a good advice to give the kids. If you want to go, make the opportunity, and if you don't, then just find out, just do something.
Yeah. That's facts.
Making shirts, making hats, making socks. You want to record something, video. Like so many dudes or young people make so much money just taking pictures.
That's facts.
Videos,
TikToks.
If you know how to edit, you can charge. We will pay you because Cruze is tired of doing this.
Tired of it, bro.
Like there's so much stuff. Like even it's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah,
I'm tired of doing it, boy.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, like it's insane what kids can do, and I don't know why they just don't do it. Try it.
I think
just try it.
for some kids, maybe they don't have the resources to have somebody show them. Like the first thing that I think of, so every week or every bi-weekly, I have a community meeting with the kids, and we just talk about different topics, whether the culture around the school, areas that we can improve on around respect, self-determination, things like that. But thinking about having almost like a career fair with parents or just networks, when I was younger, our career fair with our parents would be a firefighter, accountant, those types of jobs. But I'm thinking, why can't we change that and bring in barbers, tattooers? Yeah. And open that door for them. Like a lot of these kids have TikTok. A lot of them have Instagram. So the access is already there.
Everybody got a cell phone.
Yep. But I think a lot of kids need somebody to actually speak to them rather than social media.
Yeah, that's facts. The social media do be speaking sometimes, man.
Put the entrepreneur bug in them early.
Yep.
And that's the thing.
And there's some kids trying to sell candy, trying to sell bracelets, earrings, and that's it right there.
Bro, I ran into so many like ads on Instagram of people that make custom necklaces, custom bracelets. Yeah. And it's the ones that are in right now, the beads. Yep. Yeah. You can just do that. Sell it for like $200. Yeah, that's how much they cost.
$200, damn.
Because it's custom.
That's
marketing.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah. You should tell them. That'd be really cool. Talk to the kids. Just cut hair, bro.
That's what you got to do, man. One cut at a time.
Well, my thing is like, just find out what you're interested in and just try it.
Right.
Yeah. Just try it. Like, if there's an opportunity, make an opportunity.
Right.
If you really want to learn, you can YouTube it. Reading that, like, I learned so much off of I learned how to cut with scissors off of YouTube. I stopped watching fades and I started watching more cosmetology men cuts. And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
It's like, just YouTube it.
You can YouTube anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's
crazy.
Like, it's wild.
Bro, I cut your boy. Shout out my boy Hanson, bro. That's my boy now. I hope you know that. He said he taught himself coding or something on YouTube. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah.
Is it?
Bro, coding?
Yeah.
On the computer? Yes, that's hard, bro.
But it's something that just
people
came
go to
naturally
school
him?
for that.
No, yeah, I know you got to go to school for that.
Yeah.
Leo's trying to go to school for that. But even then, like, that's you like even after you code, you're still an entrepreneur. You can be self-employed.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people code.
Yep.
But that's something that's hard to teach yourself. Like, super hard. That's complicated, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like, have you seen the show Suits?
No.
I started watching it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking about it. I had
Everyone's
two
been
clients
talking
tell me
about it.
today.
It's like top 10 on Netflix.
It's been top 10 for a little
What is
minute
it?
now.
Like a reality show?
No, it's a show from like earlier 2000s and it was like 2012, 2011, some stuff like that. But the guy, he's one of those guys that was smart but never really put his what is it? Potential. He had all this potential, but he never really took advantage of it.
Yeah.
So he literally to make money, he would take the bar, the lawyer.
The bar.
exam.
The
Yeah,
test. Yep.
they call it
that's what it's
something.
called.
Yeah, he would literally, people would pay him like $1,000 to take the test for them, and he'll ask them, what score do you want, and he'll get them that exact score.
That's
He's like,
crazy.
oh, I want a perfect score. He's like, no one gets a perfect score. So to make this look real, do you want a 170, 171, 175, 165? Like, and he'll do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then in one episode, he like was running from the cops because of something, and then he ran into this firm that was interviewing Harvard law graduates.
Yeah.
And he was chosen. Never went to Harvard, but because he did that hustle of the bar, he had to read the whole book, and he told the guy, you can read me anything from that book, and I'll remember it. So he started reading it, and the guy said it back to him, and he was impressed. And and now this whole show is him learning how to become a high-end lawyer and still trying to hide that he's never been to Harvard.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Dang.
It's pretty cool.
Crazy.
It's pretty cool. It gets like way more intense than that, but like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not trying to think what happened in the last episode. But yeah, like, I don't know why. I was definitely that kid that never took advantage of my potential.
Well, I hated school.
I didn't mind school. I didn't really mind it.
I think that's why I became a barber. Because, there's no like homework or none of that stuff. You just learn how to cut hair. You got to learn to take the test, and you got to read the book and all that. But
I was supposed to be in honors classes.
Supposed to be.
I told my mom. I told my mom I didn't want to be.
The easy way out, huh?
No, so yeah, because I just wanted to get. Well, yeah, I just wanted to get through. I just wanted to get through high school.
Yeah,
like it's just high school. I didn't mind going to school. Like I would just get up, get dressed, go see my friends, go to class, see more friends, talk to girls.
I love going to school because everybody was there. All my friends,
exactly.
all
It
the
was
girls.
social hours.
Yeah.
You get lunch. At lunch, I'm roasting everybody at the table. All that.
Yeah, and then for when I was in high school, we were allowed to go off campus. So I'll go get a $3 burrito. I'll go to Jack in the Box. I'll go to Little Caesars.
We could go off campus, but we ain't have a car.
Yeah,
bro, I didn't get my license until I was 22.
We just walked everywhere, huh?
I didn't get my license until I was 22.
That's wild. I got my license at 17.
Dang.
I cheated. I cheated on my permit test.
Horrible influence, bro. It's not even hard.
I cheated on it. I didn't want to deal with it, so I just copied
that's hilarious.
I copied my homeboy next to me because the high school offered if you pass this test in this class, just go to the DMV and they'll give you your permit. So I was like, okay, cheated, got my permit, asked my mom for the car, started driving, taught myself how to drive. And then I went and took my license test, passed it, and that was it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just went through school.
Arizona's wild, bro.
And then my mom, she was the mom with like, if I got a 73 in a 83 in a class, she'll start yelling at me. She'll start
83.
Yeah,
you can't get a B.
I couldn't get anything close to a C.
My parents are happy if I got a C.
No.
Bro, my parents were like, "Oh, you got a C? You good?"
I left.
Anything below a C was failing.
This is probably not impressive, but I left ASU with a 3.5.
Yeah, that's not impressive.
It's not impressive.
No, I'm just playing.
It's A's
That's
and
pretty
B's.
good because I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't doing college.
And I BS'd my way through ASU. I finished my I took English class. I got to write a paper every week.
Yeah.
I never wrote a rough draft or anything. I just wrote the final, and I got to be in that English. ASU English. I got to be.
See, you could have been someone great, man.
Wait, so what did you major in?
Nothing.
Same.
No,
That's exactly what happened to me in college, bro.
I just went to college because my mom, since 7th grade, said I had to go to college.
Yep. I did not want to go to college.
I didn't want to. At first, I wanted to try accounting, but I'm like, I don't really want to deal with math all day. And then I want to do something with art, but I didn't want to be an artist. So then I talked to my counselor at ASU, and she said, try art history. And then my art history class was boring, didn't understand it. And the one class I did really like was my art class. I took art class at ASU, and that was really fun. But other than that, I took math online. I took like a psychology class, and it was, I don't know. I just did not like ASU at all. The outside of it, the partying was cool, but the school aspect and living on campus, it was like whatever. It was stressful.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But high school was easy. So was 7th and 8th grade.
High school is high school, man. It wasn't. I don't want to say it's easy. It was a little bit of a challenge.
High school's easy. They're telling you the answers. Just learn it.
It was a challenge, man.
That's all it is.
I didn't care enough for school.
My mom was just always on me and my sister. Always. But because I got good grades and never brought trouble in school, I was able to do whatever I want Fridays and Saturdays. Go to house parties, go do whatever I wanted. I just had to come back home. Yeah. So I have all those stories while maintaining my grades.
You have issues, man. What's wrong with you, man? It's the mustache that's killing me right now. I hate the mustache, bro.
Dude, my mom loves telling that. I think she just told that story yesterday. She's like, he was so smart. He had so much potential. I'm like, I didn't want to do all that. I just want to get through high school. I don't care about graduating with a yellow ribbon around my neck that says honors. The same people.
You know what? That's funny you say that because I know people who did well in school and they're not doing well now. Let's say that.
Yeah. Yep.
They're not doing well.
There's some people.
We also know like people who have barber license that are plumbers right now or something like that. And it's like you have a barber license, you can go cut hair, but they don't want to sit in the shop all day.
Yep.
And wait.
It's really weird.
And build their clientele up. It's crazy.
It's interesting how that works out.
It is.
What?
Like, I remember there were people in high school who I was like, dang, they're smart. They graduated. But fast forward to now, based off of what I see off Instagram, again, that's just my perception based off Instagram.
These people.
You know, but it's like, dang, like, what are y'all doing?
Yep.
Like, where did all that potential that you had go?
Yeah.
And then there's people like me who struggled, and just from what I'm seeing, like there's a shift of, okay, I feel like I'm doing better than that person. And it's not that I'm necessarily comparing myself to them, but I would have thought that person would have, I don't know, been in politics by now.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
It's crazy.
Because how old are you again? 26?
29, bro.
29, sorry.
Have some respect, bro.
29,
He's
yo.
a senior citizen.
Some kids still think, they say, I thought you were 19 or 20.
Oh, yeah. Well, at that
Yeah, you
age,
know.
you don't really understand the perception. Like,
Yeah.
But
When I was
also-
a kid, 30 was like, dang, you 30, you're a grown up. You're 25, you're a grown up. You're 21, you're a grown up.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, it's like, you 21? Bro, get out of here.
Dude. Yeah, because like as I gotten older, like back to the whole Instagram thing, I've learned that no one has anything together. Some people are just better at hiding it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Facts.
And that's all that is. So
That's
like
facts.
I stopped, I think I was like around, I think I just had my daughter. I stopped trying to compare my life to other people's lives.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, this is just a picture. This is just a video in this moment. When it's like, they really don't own anything. They don't, like, sometimes, like, I've talked to people, like, yeah, you know, they always say, we got a house out over here. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then conversation keeps going. I'm like, all right, so how much you get the house for? It's like, oh, we're just renting. I'm like, oh, then you're 30, 45 years old and you're renting, which is nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just that's like the way they worded it. I'm like, oh, dang. At the time, I was like, oh, this guy's doing better than me. But when he said we're renting, it made me be like, oh, he's just hiding it, or we're just more at the same level now. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, comparing off of social media and like even back to like saying like the whole Mexican macho thing, like you have to be the provider, men this, men that. Like, dude, I still wish I can be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, I tell Ashley all the time that she's gonna be my boss and I'm just gonna be chilling,
bro. And I have, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Kids, if you can get yourself a good woman that makes good money, do it. Do it, bro. Like,
I'll be in the house in my robe. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
taking care of the kids,
cooking up a nice little dinner.
Yep.
That's the thing. I don't know how to cook. I'll learn how to cook. I've said this past episodes. I'll learn how to cook. I'll learn whatever you want, babe. What do you want to eat? Lasagna? I don't know how to make it, but I'll figure it out. I got 5 hours.
That's how long lasagna take.
Yeah. So that's why, like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy how so many people, like, compare. I don't know. As I got older, I just stopped looking at people's shoes. I stopped looking at people's chains. I stopped looking at people.
Same.
Yeah. What they drive. Like, I feel like the people that have, like, expensive cars now, I just see them as like that's like a waste of money, unless you really make that much money and you wanted that car. Yeah, but it's like,
yeah, I feel like if I'm gonna buy a luxury car, it's gonna be something I really want. Like I'm not just,
but something you could afford.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Or like even now, that's biggest fear is like going house broke. Like you just got a house. Yeah. So it's like, I told her, I'm like, we can live. I don't care where we live as long as we can afford it and we won't go house broke. Right. When there's other people getting the newest, biggest house, and like, oh, your mortgage is $5,000, and then they're like, okay, let's do it, and they're barely scraping by. Yeah, which is nothing wrong with it, but it's also like I just don't want that for me.
Yeah,
that's hard.
I got clients who do that for sure, and it's like, bro, you are trying to get 2 jobs. You're trying to get an extra side job just to pay for your house. You don't need 4 bedrooms. It's just you. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
If I was single right now by myself, I'll just get like a 2-bedroom condo. Yeah, facts. That's it, and just chill.
But I ain't gonna lie, I want a townhouse. That's it. Yeah, I'm cool.
That's what I want. Stephanie doesn't want that.
No, I don't want to deal with
I
don't want to deal with all that.
I don't either.
In a townhouse, it's usually a community. You got a pool. You got all that stuff. Yeah. Some people want their own. I get it, but I'm cool.
I don't want it either, but I got to deal with it.
That pool is expensive too.
No, we're not getting a pool.
No. Dang, man. We're about to throw a pool party.
On the house, by the way.
Appreciate it.
That's a big accomplishment.
Appreciate it.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, so when's the party?
October.
Already had it.
That's the housewarming goal date. October.
Cool. Me and Jose are going to come over there with wrestling uniforms on.
Well, what do you even bring to a housewarming?
Something they can use for the house, man, I guess.
I've only been to one. I brought him a big old chicken.
A chicken?
Yeah, it was like a chicken pot thing.
As well.
I saw that raw. This is cool.
Yeah. What is that called? What is it?
Crock pot?
Yeah, a crock pot.
No, I know what a crock pot is. It's literally just like a chicken, and it's a bowl, but it's like the body is the bowl, and then a big old chicken head.
So you got him a bowl shaped like a chicken?
Like that, yeah.
You know what? I thought you was talking about real chicken.
No. I'll never do that. That'd be messed up. Chickens smell.
Yeah, they do.
You ever been around a chicken?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
I got a friend named Isaac back in Washington. In the middle of this nice neighborhood, a farm. They have so much land. Over here in the front, they got goats. Next to that, they got something else. In the back, they got turkeys. They got ducks. They got
turkeys and ducks. That's wild.
Going on horses.
Horses is wild. I got an uncle with horses. I don't understand why he has horses.
But they got sheep that just run their heads into each other.
Rams? Those are rams.
whatever they are.
Rams.
Whatever they are.
Rams legal to own? Rams?
I
Guess
guess.
in Washington.
No, I think it's a goat.
Are you
Because
sure?
he came to work. We worked right around the corner at Verizon. He came to work. My bad, my goats got out. Shut up, my boy Isaac, man. I've never heard that before. My goats got out.
Goats got out.
I was like, but then I go to his house and I understand then. And speaking of Verizon was one of those places I couldn't have tattoos. So I had to wear a long sleeve shirt. And when when it was summer, all of a sudden they changed the policy in the summer. So I'm like, can I get some t-shirts? They're like, nah, you got to keep the long sleeve shirts. I was like, dang.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, some people that don't know me, like when I go to the gym, there's people that do not talk to me at all.
You're a thug.
And I think it's because of how I look.
Yep.
But I don't feel like you've heard me say this 1,000 times. I don't feel like I look threatening.
Yeah.
But a lot of people say I just look like a a-hole. Like I don't want to be bothered. But I'm like the most friendliest guy.
I don't know about friendly.
I'm pretty
kind
friendly.
of mean sometimes.
Why?
You abuse me in here. They don't know, but you abuse me in here.
That's not true.
Jose been walking past my chair just slapping me and all kind of stuff, man. I don't know what his deal is.
Do you get the same thing too with your tattoos?
Yeah, 100%. I something I'm very aware of is whether it's at Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Ashley and I always get stopped to check our receipts. I know at Costco and Sam's Club they do check your receipts, but Walmart every time they stop us and they'll let like 3 families.
That's why you gotta go to Target, my boy.
I don't know. I like
Target
Walmart.
is lit.
Walmart.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm Target. I love
Walmart's
Target.
the jam.
I like Target.
Walmart is just cheap, man.
Target's pretty cheap.
Target's a little bougie, man.
I like Target.
Every time I go to Target, there's all white people.
Like, I remember dating this girl.
They all got nice cars.
No.
They're all talking. They got no dents in their car a lot of times.
That's not true.
That is very true.
But anyways, I remember
you go to Walmart, somebody's bumper's falling off right there. Come on now.
I remember
we at home.
Walmart's get shot up.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that with when I got 2 kids. Walmart's get every single Walmart in Chandler has been shot up.
Hey,
every single one. And there's only 2.
You got a point.
Walmart has culture.
So does Target.
Target has a culture.
So does Target.
It's a different culture. Let's say
culture?
That. If you know, you know, my boy. I walk into Walmart. There's always somebody at the door that knows who I am. Like, how you doing, young man? It's always an older black guy or something.
Remember how we talked about
always?
Remember how we talked about dealing with ghetto people of every race? Walmart is just a warehouse full of them.
That is true too.
And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with some dude that doesn't give me my space when I'm doing self-checkout because he's tweaking out.
And not all Walmarts are like that.
Yeah.
Some Walmarts are cool, man.
Like this, I didn't go to Walmart, but yesterday I stopped at Circle K in the West Side. This dude literally was standing next to me while I was cashing out.
That's a West Side.
I had to literally go like this to put my pin in, and I was looking. I'm like,
he said,
"Yeah, he was shoulder to shoulder with me." I'm like, "Why are you doing this, dude? Like, why?" And I just don't want to deal with it.
I can't imagine you doing this, putting your code in.
I don't want to.
I can't imagine you.
I did.
But the West Side is different, though.
Dude, I don't want to deal with it.
Now, the West Side Walmarts, you want to be careful over there.
They count the people that come in and out.
See?
Yeah, I'm not going to deal with it. I ain't going to deal with it. I ain't going to lie to you.
Walmart over here, everybody's welcoming. They're all cool.
Yep.
Walmart?
Yep.
Target, everyone's welcoming.
I mean, they are.
I walk past some workers and I look like, you probably don't want to be bothered. I'm cool. I'm going to go to the next one.
Walmart people have seen me lost. People have seen me do circles at Walmart.
I think Target has better customer service.
For
every
sure.
Single
but it's not always welcoming.
Every single dude or girl or employee I passed at Target, they said, "Hey, how's it going?" I said, "Good. How
that
you
ain't
doing?"
Never happened to me.
Huh?
That ain't never happened to me, boy.
At Target?
Yeah.
Why? It
I
looks
don't
like
know.
you don't want to be there.
What do you mean?
It looks like you don't want to be there. That's why. Bro, Target is the way to go. If you don't go to Target, you need to change your life. Both of you guys, you need to change your lives.
All right, I'm going to tell you one thing.
What?
You go to Walmart for food.
Yep.
Okay?
I've never go to.
We're
Walmart
not
for
going
food.
to Walmart to buy the new PS5.
I go to Fry's for food.
See,
Yeah, I go to Fry's. I don't go to Walmart for food.
you're something.
If anything, I'll go to Walmart to like get the kids' clothes and stuff like that.
Walmart got good clothes.
Yeah,
Their
so does
clothes are
Target.
slept
I
on.
ain't gonna lie to you. I go to Target to buy my kids' clothes. I go to Walmart for food.
That's weird.
Why is that weird?
Cause just go to Fry's,
Why can't I go to Walmart? What's wrong with Walmart, bro?
Walmart's cheaper.
huh?
Yeah,
Fry's
man.
is cheaper,
No, it's not.
dude. Fry's, you literally put your phone number and
Shane,
all the
tell him
discounts.
something. Tell him something, bro. I don't have time for this.
All the discounts.
Tell him something,
come.
bro.
And then plus, this guy's acting like he's broke.
No, haven't you walked around Walmart and it
I am
says
broke.
Walmart says managers rollback. Everything
Yep.
is cheaper.
Everything rolled back. Come on,
No, you know
now.
why?
Rolled
You ain't
back.
rolling
You know why?
back
Because I don't go to Walmart.
because you ain't rolling back.
I don't want to go to Walmart, dog. I'm not going to Walmart. I'm not going to Walmart for food. I'll go to Walmart
Messed
if I have to get like a supply, a fan or something, or the kids' clothes or like stuff like that.
All that stuff I'm buying at Target for sure.
You see? So it's like you go to Target for some stuff. I go to Walmart
Yeah.
for certain things too.
No, you don't.
So what are we arguing about?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You need
Anyways.
to chill out, man.
I was dating this girl, dude. And we're in Foot Locker at Chandler Mall. And the guy that was helping her out to get shoes, he was like flabbergasted with my sleeve because I just got it. And he's like, bro, where'd you get your sleeve? This and this, da 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 da. And I was just talking to the guy, and then we left. And she's like, I've never been with someone who got more attention than me. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't mean to. Like, are you offended? Like, you're not ugly.
That's what tattoos do. Man. That's what tattoos do.
When you have a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
People always ask me, does the knee hurt? Does the knee hurt?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want a leg sleeve, low key.
Do it. It's the worst pain you're ever gonna
I
feel.
know. That's why I don't want to do it at the,
The
same
legs
time.
hurt. The legs hurt a
That is
lot.
exactly why I don't want to do it at the same
Don't
time.
look at my legs, dog.
Ew.
Look at his legs.
Tattoos are definitely a conversation starter, but it's funny because I'll be out in public, people will just start talking about my tattoos. Oh, where'd you get that? You know, like, did it hurt? And then
Always.
it'll eventually get into, well, what do you do? And then every time I tell them what I do, their head shoots back like, whoa, I wasn't expecting you to work with kids.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am. Well, what did you
Dang.
expect me to do?
Yeah.
They
They
you're a tattoo
expected you
artist.
to just
Yeah.
had got out.
People
Yeah.
always think I'm a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
People think
I can see that.
do
I can see.
tattoos.
People probably think y'all work on cars. There's a lot of other things.
Is that a Mexican
But I
thing?
think-
or what's that?
You can't be someone who works
I've
on
never
cars,
seen a
bro.
fully tattooed mechanic.
Chill out, Jose.
It's just a
Anyway.
question. I've never said that.
I
You said,
guarantee.
no one at
everyone
discount
thinks
tires tatted, but
Hey, I guarantee everyone thinks the last thing someone's gonna think is a teacher,
Yeah.
yeah,
which is
for him,
crazy.
yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
But it comes with the territory. But I think the more people who are in professions where tattoos is not the norm, more people that are tattooed get into those industries, it's that negative stigma that's eventually going to crash. It's all about disrupting the system.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jose.
barbers are definitely disrupted.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing with barbers are something else, man. A lot of egos, a lot of just sometimes it's too much.
Like, do you have an age where you want to stop getting tattooed? The older you get,
I'm going to say,
the more it hurts.
I think when it gets to a point where I feel my skin is becoming saggy, I think that's probably where I'll call it quits.
Damn, man, you can hide them easier, bro. Dang.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, this one in my.
I think by
crease
the
in
time I'm in
neck.
I'm 40, I want to be done getting tattooed by the time I'm 40. So I have all my 30s to get tattooed.
Dang, I'm about to start getting tatted more.
You should.
I know I'm slacking, bro.
Because I've seen older guys like get tattooed and just like, dude, that probably hurt way more than when you could have done it like years and years and years ago. You get more sensitive.
The older you get,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
it hurts. Tattoos hurt, dude. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I know that. But I used to hold my breath while getting tattoos. Almost passed out, bro. They're like, breathe through your nose, out your mouth.
Which tattoo hurt the most for you? Your stars?
No, more like it's part of a tattoo. The like in here area.
What is that? Shoulder?
Yeah, I got all this. That part hurt but nothing like I don't have like a tattoo in a sensitive area, so it's more part of a tattoo hurt.
And for you,
I'd say my neck.
The neck hurt? Did you cry, bro?
When it came to the shading,
I didn't cry. You didn't cry?
But, you know, I was squinting, like you know.
Oh God,
I can see that. Hey, nah.
Yep.
I want tattoos in certain areas, but I'm like, I don't know if I can. Like, I feel like the back of the leg or anything up here on the leg hurts.
the thigh hurt a little bit. Like this one hurt.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I want a leg sleeve, but I don't want to deal with it.
I want a leg sleeve too. This one, but I just don't want. I get annoyed with like the healing process. So like I gotta mentally prepare myself for like healing. Getting tattooed is fine. It's just the healing process.
Yeah.
Is annoying. Like when I got my back piece, this stuff was annoying. It was so like I wasn't comfortable sleeping for like a week. I had to put ointment on it.
How is that? You apply the Aquaphor or whatever ointment you use, and then you put on a shirt.
I let it dry out. So as soon as I get out of the shower, I try to pat it dry, let it air dry for like 2 minutes, and then first thing I do is do the ointment, a light layer, and then I start like brushing my teeth, trying to get ready. The last thing I do before I walk out the door is put a shirt on.
Do you feel it stick?
No, because then by then it's like it's starting to feel dry. I'm talking about like I'll make my breakfast. The last thing I do is put my shirt on and then head outside the door just to give it time to dry.
Man, so you take showers in the morning, huh?
Sometimes mornings, nights, depending on how I feel.
I always do it at night because I can't go to sleep with all the dirt from the day on me.
Well, I take a shower in the middle of the day because I go to the gym. So,
man, you wasting a lot of water, man.
At the gym?
Yep.
You shower at the gym or you shower at home?
I shower at the gym.
Oh, I don't know how you do that.
Turn on the water and get in.
Jose be having fun with them old man. They be hanging out.
I just shower at the gym, dude. Because when I go to the gym, I get sweaty.
Yeah.
I get really,
that's
really
one thing I can't get that sweaty and then come back to work.
Yeah, when I used to work out with Adrian, he wouldn't shower. I'd be like, that's weird. I thought that was weird.
Hey, no offense. Jose's out here putting your business out there.
And he doesn't go to the gym no more, so it doesn't matter.
You don't know if he go to the gym?
But I would shower and then dry up, change, go get food and come back.
To work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
he goes on his lunchtime.
I thought you're off of work. You go to the gym, shower there, and then go home. That's why I was like, what are you talking about?
I still do that. Only because my kids are a-holes and they don't let us have peace. So I'd rather shower at the gym. And so when I step into the door, I'm ready to like be dad. Yeah. Instead of like, oh, hold on, I got to shower. And then they're just banging on the door.
That's my kids.
Yeah. So it's like,
April, you see the little hole in the door? She's slapping the floor. What are you doing?
Yeah, bro.
Oh like,
once, if you guys ever have kids, like
I got kids.
Learning, like I learned how to maneuver and plan what I want to do with what I need to do with my kids, and that's like something I try to tell Steph to do, but she just she gets more tired and more mentally drained than I do.
I feel like women handle it different than us. Yeah, because I feel like men. I don't know. I feel like my girl used to be like, "Oh, I can't sleep with them here." I'm like, I would just sleep on the couch. They was in their room doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah, because what was it? What got me in the gym was I saw a picture of myself when I was like super, super chubby when Ava was born. So I'm like, damn, I gotta start going to the gym. So now I'm to the point where I need to go to the gym. So if I don't go at lunch, I don't go at all.
Yeah.
So I got to, and then I tell Steph, I'm like, why don't you go to the gym when I get off and I'll stay with the kids. And she's just too tired.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Shane, when you go to the gym? Because you work all day.
4 a.m.
Whoa.
So it's morning.
Hey, chill out, bro.
I used to do that.
That's crazy.
It's too hard, especially my days are unpredictable. So if behaviors occur, whether it's a suspension or a parent meeting, those parent meetings could go on until 5 or 6. And at that point, I'm just trying to get home.
Yeah.
Bro, 4 a.m. is wild.
Yeah, but I'm a morning person too, so it just.
I'm a morning person to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm not that much of a
4
morning
a.m.
person.
I used to go to the gym that early too. It actually feels nice because then you feel
Yes.
energetic after your morning shower.
Yeah.
I know,
Especially,
but
do you take cold showers in the morning
Nah.
after the gym? I used to do that, bro. I was wired.
You sound like you drink energy
Dude,
drinks.
taking a cold
I
shower
was
after a
wired.
good workout at like 5 in the morning? It's crazy. It's crazy. You're just doing jumping jacks for no reason.
What?
But you never had like a midday crash?
Yeah, I do.
Like if you have a heavy lunch
Yeah.
and then you like, oh dude, you want to pass
Hey,
out.
that heavy lunch will hit.
No, yeah, 4 a.m. gym and then heavy lunch, you'll be wanting to go to sleep.
I think that hit me Saturday or Friday, one of the two. But
It was Friday 'cause you came in all moody.
I was like, dang. I got how many more cuts? 2? That's a lot.
You came in all moody patootie, man.
Stop judging me.
I got a question though.
Mhm.
This is in regards to barbering
Mhm.
as well as clients.
Mhm.
So a thought that always came across my mind is when it comes to a barber wanting to change their prices,
Mhm.
what is the reason behind that? And kind of acknowledge, like, from a client perspective, what are the thoughts of a client when they hear, oh, my barber is about to change his or her price by 10 or 15 bucks? So from the barber's side, what goes into a barber wanting to raise their price?
I think it's the economy. But it's also, if you're booked out like 2-3 weeks in advance, you up your prices, it gives you more availability. Like some people might stop coming to you, but at the same time, it makes it to where you can get more clients. So
Makes
I feel
sense.
like that's why a lot of people change. Like if the demand is so high, that means you can go up. You know what I mean? It's a business thing.
That's fair.
But I feel like if you're not booked out like 2 weeks in advance, then that's me. I think certain people shouldn't. Like Jose's booked out every day, I feel like. But I'm not always as booked as him.
Yeah.
Like my clients, they're last minute, man. I had like 5 people hit me up Saturday afternoon. Hey, you got any openings? How much to get me in?
Yeah, like there's some weeks, some months even where like it's like, dude, you're already booked up. Let me know if anything opens. Or hey,
Yeah.
can you get me? What's the latest you can get me? You don't have anything available. So to avoid those problems, you just say like, I went from 40 to 50. So now the people that still want their haircut and still actually want to come will have room to book, because the people that don't want to pay that 50, obviously they won't book. You know what I mean? So it just it's one of those things where it's like
I look
higher
at it
demand.
Like,
Yeah.
I look at it like even if you like working in school, like let's say you're doing so well and they're gonna give you a raise eventually. Like it's just the more more experience you have, the more stuff like that.
I think
in a way.
it's
You know
just
what I mean?
it becomes more of a the way I see it, it's more of a timely thing. So
Yeah.
like it gets to a point where like your 30 minutes in your appointment becomes so wanted that like, okay, I see I have a high demand, I'm gonna charge 55.
Yep.
And people will pay it, and then there's some that don't, but the guys that don't, it's completely okay. Because that comes with, this is the point why I raised my prices, was
Right.
to be not as booked, but still make decent money.
Right.
So it's working smarter, not harder.
Right.
And understand, like,
Amen.
for clients, like, we have clients, like, I don't know, Cruze does. I have clients that, like, if they can't get in every week, it's like, within that week and a half, they're like, bro, you got to get me in. I need a haircut. I need a haircut. I need a haircut. There's guys that I only see once a month. So it just depends on, like, there's guys that just rather go to Supercuts. There's guys, you just got to build your clientele how you want.
Yeah.
And understand for clients. Like, I've heard guys podcasts or reels on Instagram, man, you pay $40 for a cut? That's expensive. And the guy's like, oh, well, how much you pay? He's like, I pay $25. That's with beard. I'm like, that's probably because that's what that type of client, once that barber hits 30, he's going to leave.
He's out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
He's out
fact.
because he's just looking for the cheapest cut with the semi-okay quality.
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of barbers want to start at like $50 now.
Yeah.
These young barbers, they look at it like, oh, you can make $50 a cut. That's like $50 an hour. I'm gonna be a barber, but it's like they don't realize you got to build your clientele up to make it to where, like when I started, it was 25. In 2015, yeah, I went to a barbershop. It was 25, and it was still other people charging like 20. And over time, of course, everything gets more expensive, and you got to work your way up to where you at now. But
when I started, it was $15.
Facts.
Now I charge $40.
That fool's a dinosaur
and
in
now
barber years.
I'm thinking and debating if I want to raise my prices next year. Yeah,
He's going to.
I know because like
He's going to for
no,
sure.
I don't really mind at the price I'm at because I do make money. It's more of like I get a lot of no call, no shows and like late cancellations. So I think I'm going to start enforcing that a lot more next year. But other than that, yeah, it's mainly just working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, like when you want that one pair of Jordans and they've only made 2,000 of them. Are you going to pay that $200? If it's not worth it to you, then it's not. But that doesn't mean the shoe's going to get sold. It's not going to get sold out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sold out, but it's
sold out.
Sorry, that's my inner teacher. My bad,
it's interesting because I think from my perspective, when I became very knowledgeable about haircuts and caring about my hair, I was in high school, and that's when haircuts were $15.
Yep.
But fast forward to now, obviously it ranges from 35, 40, sometimes 50. And I think as a client, no matter who my barber is, if they say I'm going to raise my price, I have to ask, one, is that affordable for me? And two, personally, I believe in tipping the barber. I'm cool if they raise their price, but maybe that might impact the tip.
Yeah.
And honestly, me as a barber, I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah.
Like I knew when I raised my prices to 40, I knew not everybody was going to tip. But that's fine because that's still $40 in 30 minutes.
Facts.
There's people that are going crazy making UPS $40 an hour.
49.
49, and they're going wild over it. I'm like, that sounds cool. I make that in one haircut sometimes in 30 minutes, depending on the head, you know, because we're so out of the loop of what's affordable and what's not because we don't get paid hourly. We get paid per job.
But back in the day, barbers didn't make no money, bro.
Yeah.
$15 a cut. You do 10 cuts. That's only $150. Bro.
Yeah. And a lot of guys.
That's crazy.
A lot of guys and parents probably too, because kids, they probably think we're being greedy. When it's not that. It's like it gets to a point where like I'm only one person.
Yep.
We're only one dude. Cruze can only have one dude in his chair at a time.
Yeah.
Like there's only so for you to be in that chair, it gets to a point where like it's this price. And if if you don't want to, it's fine. Or if it affects the tip, it's fine. Like, because all the money goes to us and then we pay our bills with it.
I got a lot of people who complain about prices sometimes, and it's like, or they'll just wait till the last minute to book, and it's like, I can't get you, bro. Like somebody hit me up, dude who hates everything. He hit me up yesterday when you weren't working. How much to get me in ASAP, bro? You already complained about the prices, and I'm gonna tell you 150 because I respect all my clients who actually take the time to book more than you.
Yeah,
and people don't understand that. Like,
yeah, I got to the point where before hours I just charge like $60. After hours I charge $60 because the way I look at it, it's time and a half. That's what overtime is, right? So that's cool with me. $30 in 30 minutes, make $60. That's fine. That's an extra $60 before I start my actual day. Yeah,
I'll look at it like if I'm just going home and not doing nothing.
Yeah,
somebody hit me up, I'll cut that.
And then that's a lot of times too,
but
like,
most of them take care of me. Like I don't have to ask. You know what I mean? And if they don't, it's cool. I'm not really tripping.
Yeah, and I'm very like Cruze says I'm too nice, but like if I can get you, I will. If I can't, I can't. And you know what I mean? Like someone DM'd, like there's a client that I blocked that DM'd me yesterday or Friday to get him in Saturday. But it was, I haven't cut your hair in a while. You're bad business. Cool dude, but just bad business.
Yeah.
And said it was a birthday cut. And I'm just like, I just didn't respond. I'm like, I'm not working, but I don't really want to take the time to respond to you because you're not even really my client anymore.
Yep.
So it's
it
like,
gets to a point where it's like, you cut so many people's hair. It's either you respect my time or I'm not going to cut your hair anymore.
Because we will, like, it gets to a point where like, if you just do this and you're always late or you're always like just not like just don't show up, we will block you.
Yep.
because we have kids.
And I think those types of clients are the ones who don't realize that barbering is your livelihood.
Yeah, this is our job.
Exactly.
This is our job. This is how we make, and that's what, dude. I had to explain that to like so many. Like, I think I explained it to one of my cousins one time. I'm like, he's like, I don't charge you to change your oil. I'm like, because that's not your job. But if you did, I would pay it because this is something I need. Mm-hmm. But if you're like, say you're a landscaper, or you're like, you know, I'm not gonna ask you like, or I'm not gonna tell you that's too much. I'll be like, okay, cool. I need this tree cut. Whatever it costs, bro, I got you. Mm-hmm. You know, there's guys that come in here too much and they leave. So it's like, or they'll ask, or they'll DM me or text us and be like, hey, how much a cut? They'll call, how much for a cut? 40 for adults, 45 with beard, and like 30 for kids, which is reasonable.
All you hear is click.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Boom. Click. Okay. You know, there's only it's not even like me having an ego or anything. It's just business. Yeah. You know, it's like getting a tattoo. Do you want a quality tattoo? This is the price. Yep. If you don't, there's a dude in the garage over there doing it for $15 and see what he leaves you with.
Smiley face. Right. One eye.
Yeah. Cause I always think like, I'm like, it's not because we're greedy. It's not because we're money hungry. It's just because like there's only so many people we can fit in this one chair at a time.
But there are certain ones that are just greedy.
There are certain ones that are greedy, big headed. Like, bro, I cut this NBA player, bro. I'm cuts going up to $200.
Like, fool, that's a bench warmer, bro. You don't get no PT.
Well, it's not even that. It's like that's just that one time. Yeah. That doesn't mean you're gonna cut the whole squad now. You have no time for any other clients. Yep. Like, I'd much rather take the mailman that comes every week than the NBA player that comes once every 2-3 months. You know what I mean? Steady money.
Yeah. Like that football player that hit me up on Friday. He said, hey, can you get me in, bro? It's like, I'm booked, bro. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm booked. Yeah. These are people who come every week, every other week. Yeah. I'm not gonna get you, bro. Like,
yeah, but we're not greedy. At least me and Cruze are not greedy. I do feel bad sometimes, but it's also like, and it gets overwhelming. Yeah, having a full schedule and then still having 4 people texting you, and then like,
I get tired.
I think Saturday, I even told Steph I was completely booked Saturday or Friday because I wasn't working Saturday, and I still fit 3 people in before, during my lunch, and after. Yep. Yeah. Made a lot of money that day, but I was still tired. I was tired. But yeah, it's always just business. It's never nothing personal, and a lot of guys take it really, really, really personal. Yeah, really personal. When you're like, I can't cut your hair today. Well, I've been going to you for years. I come to you every week. I understand that, but these people booked before you did, and I'm respecting their time like I respect yours. Right. You know.
Now, let me ask you something, Shane. Do you think teachers get paid enough? Because that's one of those things. Like, yeah, you got to deal with other people's kids.
You know what I thought of? Speaking of that topic, before you answer, people are going crazy. This is not to downgrade UPS drivers for $49 an hour. Yeah. Why can't teachers get paid that? UPS, this is like just my opinion. You're just delivering packages, dog. If you don't want to do it in Arizona, don't do it in Arizona. Get a different job. But to go on strike and say we need $49 an hour, it's like,
well, here's the thing. I don't think that's what they went on strike for.
What are they going on strike for?
They pushed the money across. Like, I was talking to Eric, Kyle's dad, and he was telling me, like, you know, everything that we do, it comes with extra money. But before, they didn't give us a raise. Or not that they didn't give us a raise, they didn't announce how much they made. This is the first time they did that to make themselves look better. So it's like, but then I also know how much they work. Like, Kyle, he'll be out there till 11 at night, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
Delivering packages. Yeah. But they get paid hourly. FedEx, you get paid a salary. Doesn't matter how late you work. How early. All that, bro.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, even with like my client, that he's like, yeah, bro, I work for Amazon. I delivered 1,000 packages today. I was like, that's cool. Like, I don't think that's that hard of a job.
But look, when you gotta,
I don't think that's that hard of a job.
Kyle was telling me, he's like, man, sometimes I take trampoline up apartment steps.
Ooh.
Why are you buying a trampoline in an apartment? Anyway, for one. For two, to take a trampoline up apartment steps by yourself.
So they should have like a system where like I only deliver these type of packages or these type of packages, or you know what I mean?
They don't have that. They
Like
have
by weight.
areas. They have areas.
They should do it by weight then at that point.
Yeah.
Because then your boy, like, he looks like an older gentleman, so it's like he can't. I would assume that would be really, really difficult.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
so they should do it by weight at that point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like, dude, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like, you know, not everyone's delivering dishwashers. There's
Yeah.
only certain people delivering dishwashers or whatever, or refrigerators. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only certain companies do that. You're not gonna get a UPS driver is just gonna get filled with freaking fridges.
That's facts.
But yeah,
So back to my topic. You think they get paid enough, man? Well, you think
Not-
y'all get paid enough?
Not enough.
I don't think so.
You know, I think about these popular jobs, tech jobs, right? And I think a lot of these tech employees, you know, they're contracted for maybe 8 hours,
Yeah.
whatever, but really in the day they're only working maybe 3 to 4 hours.
yeah, it's like coding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think obviously there's a demand and need for tech,
Yeah.
no matter what type of tech it is, but there's a demand and need to educate kids.
yeah.
And while these tech people are essentially working 3 to 4 hours a day, but yet there's teachers working 8 hours teaching kids. And I think there's this misconception of if you're a teacher, you're only there to teach kids. But what people don't realize is when it comes to teaching kids, you're not just their teacher, but you're also their mentor. You might even close to being their parent because a lot of these kids don't have supportive parents. So the emotional investment and it's a lot. Like there's teachers that go home crying because of a certain story that a kid might be going to.
Yeah.
And when you break it down like that, like anybody who's in a tech chair, they would not last a day in teaching.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying tech people don't deserve the money that they get. They definitely do. But if they're getting paid hella money for the product that they're putting out, why aren't teachers getting paid hella money for the product that they're putting in these kids?
Yeah. And then just, I would assume you get paid well, you would actually care just a tiny bit more. Not saying you guys don't care more, but I know there are teachers out there just doing the bare minimum just to get by because,
Yeah.
you know, I don't get paid that well. This kid wants to have a tantrum, let him have a tantrum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think there's a huge shift in teaching these days. This generation of teachers cares to go the extra mile for them students. Not to say that I'm sure there are teachers who I'm only here to teach. I'm not here to build relationships.
Yeah. Well, that's how I felt like how my teachers were.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Except for like 2 or 3 of them, but yeah.
And really, I wish lawmakers, whoever comes down to the salary of teachers, were actually in classrooms seeing what these teachers do every day. Like a teacher teaches a class, but yet on their prep, they're expected to lesson plan.
Yeah.
But yet a kid wants to stop by. Hey, could I talk to you? I really want to talk to you about what's going on at home.
Yeah.
As a teacher, what are you going to do? No, I got a lesson plan, or are you going to sit there and talk to their student?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that go unnoticed that teachers do. And I think if it was up to me, every teacher should be getting paid at least $90K.
Yeah.
At least. Because
For sure.
there's also days where teachers have to stay for parent-teacher conferences. They're not getting paid
yeah.
more.
No, I know, yeah.
facts.
Parent nights. So I could go on about this. This is something that's like near and dear to my heart.
Right.
But it's definitely unfair.
Because I know I hear a lot about it, but like every teacher gets paid different in every state, right?
Yeah.
Like teachers get, and then there's that, and then there's like, it's crazy. Like you also got to take into consideration like the cost of living in these other places, and some people or some teachers get paid not enough to live in some of these places.
Right.
Like I ain't gonna cap. Like when you and Ashley said you got a house, I'm like, dang, how much money did they make? 'Cause it's hard as heck to live out here right now. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
for us even, bro.
You see, and
It's
I'm just
crazy.
like, dang, 2 teachers got a house, dude. That's crazy. But no, I started thinking about that more ever since my daughter started school. Because for my kids, especially just my daughter, just because she's in school and I know my son's safe with the sitter, I don't know what goes on in school. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like, I would feel a lot more comfortable knowing that these teachers are getting paid what they deserve, because every day my daughter comes back excited to go to school. So I know the teacher that she's going with is like, even the conversations we had with her about like certain accidents my daughter had at school, that they actually, they actually care.
Yep.
And so like it kind of like, even when you guys come in and you talk about your stories and stuff, like I do feel bad. Like that's wild that you guys are barely making a living, like what Cruze says, because Arizona's just going up and up. Yeah. And like y'all matter. Like
the
every
most,
kid,
bro.
Every child is going to school.
Yep.
Every single child. And as soon as my daughter went through those gates and I wasn't allowed to go through the gates, I was like, man, bro, this is wild. Like, I don't know this person. I'm just hoping this person cares enough for my daughter. Yeah, I know it's a whole classroom, but I hope she cares enough for my daughter to actually, like, make her feel comfortable. And within that, knowing that she is, it just sucks to know that there's all these jobs that are getting paid more other than these teachers.
Yeah.
When there's people like you and like Ashley literally choosing to deal with the BS of all of it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and it's crazy. Facts. It's insane.
And that's why I think people in education, I would argue that they're the most selfless people, because,
for sure.
Mm-hmm. There's so much give but little return.
Yeah.
So I think it's not an Arizona issue. It's an America issue where
for sure
every teacher, I think, feels that they're underpaid. But I mean, I think there's changes. Like I know there's schools that, I don't know if you know this, but there are schools that every teacher has a coach. Like when I was teaching, I had a coach to teach me how to, or they coached me on how to deliver a math lesson, how to deliver a reading lesson. I'm currently coaching a history teacher, so she has to send in her lesson plans. I have to do that exact lesson plan for myself. And I go and observe, and there's constant debriefs. And in that is tied to opportunities for teachers to earn more money. So there are schools that have kind of like a teacher rubric, and there are incentives. Hey, if you perform, however, here's an incentive after so many years. And I think like at the end of the day, we don't just want to put random people in classrooms and just have them teach, but you also want these teachers to put up data with kids learning.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the issue here, there's teacher burnout. So teachers feel, one, they're underpaid, they're overworked, and they are. So naturally, it's very easy for them to be like, I'm out. I'm done teaching. So I think the big thing in education right now is trying to figure out how can we make people want to be teachers and stay teachers long term.
Yeah.
That's facts.
But
it's hard if you ain't paying them, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the teachers that like I had in high school, they just genuinely enjoyed educating us.
Yeah.
Like they genuinely enjoyed being teachers.
Right.
You can tell they really didn't do it for the money.
Yeah.
Because their husband or wife made more money.
Right.
So the household was always like just cool. But it's just one of those things. So my question, so do the people that actually pay for like their kids to go to like private schools, do those teachers get paid more?
I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm going to assume yes, because maybe that school, because they receive direct funding from parents as well as just state funding, there's that money to give out.
Yeah. So you just want the everyone to be basically a private school, but the parent, well, just like a level playing field is what I'm saying.
Yeah. If it was up to me, I just want every teacher to have an affordable living. Like there's tons of teachers who have roommates. Yeah. I did that.
I knew a teacher that had a roommate. One of my English teachers had a roommate. Him and his wife. Yeah.
And you think of teaching like, oh, that's a career. They're set. But why is it that there's teachers who have to live in an apartment with multiple roommates?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That makes no sense.
That's right.
There's teachers that can't even really travel because they can't afford to travel.
Yeah.
That's wild to think.
And they have a career.
They have all the time to travel because they have summers off.
Summers off.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was a kid, I thought teachers got paid well. That's wild. Well, I'm sure back then they probably got paid better than now because everything wasn't as expensive. But
Yeah,
It's just the cost of living is crazy.
yeah. Now having a child in school, like, yeah, I for sure like want her to have the best education and the best person teaching her that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird to know that in the back of my mind, I know this teacher can leave, and that would also affect my daughter's relationship with people.
Yep.
Because like you would have your favorite teacher, and then she or he just gets up and goes.
Mm-hmm.
You would feel like, oh, he never really cared. Everything. Every time I stayed after class or came into lunch to talk to him or her was just BS. When it's like has nothing to do with the child, it has everything to do with the business of the school.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's tough thinking about middle school kids or even elementary kids. They don't process things the way adults do. Nah. So to that example, they dip out. They're not thinking like, oh man, what was going on behind the scenes?
No,
they didn't really care about me.
Yeah, they just think, oh, he just left that easy. Yeah, they change it to like, I don't know, maybe some of the kids they don't have a mom, they don't have a dad.
Right.
Like, oh, this is just every adult in my life, so I'm not gonna build relationships with no adults. Right. They're just gonna leave. Yep. So yeah, I think like, dude, my mind goes crazy now that my daughter has went into school, elementary school. Like, I feel comfortable now because they said it was a great school, and it's the school I went to. So, and the way they're treating it's pretty safe. Like, I can't go past the gate.
Yeah.
When I leave in the morning, I can't go past the gate.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it makes me so uncomfortable. I'm like, I want to walk her to class.
Right.
And I remember telling my wife, I'm like, why can't I walk her to class? Like, what's going on? Like, what are they trying to? And she's just like, you need to calm down. That's just their rules. This and this.
That's like, a lot of schools out here.
I think it's so weird. It's like I'm on the list. I'm on the emergency list. You can take my picture. You can have or you can have my ID. You can have whatever you need me to have. I just want to walk her to class. Huh?
What
Pre-K.
grade? So
this is her first ever year of school.
Yeah.
Public school.
So I think from the teacher perspective and school perspective, like we have kindergarten and we don't allow teachers or parents to come through. And I think main thing is because safety. The more the parent wants to, walk them or be there for them, it's going to be harder for the kindergarten child to adapt. They're always going to be like, no, I want my mommy, daddy. Yeah. And as I've told you before, there are instances where kindergartners are runners. I want to go home, and then they dip out and start running. Yeah. So I think it's meant to kind of combat that. But I also see it from the teacher lens or the parent lens, because there are instances on, let's say, the first day of school where the parents want to take pictures, right? And I'm like, the human in me is like, yeah, they should. Yeah. They should walk them to class. They should be able to be more involved. But I think at that point, that's where the school has to draw the line of, when it comes to arrival, parents aren't allowed. But to kind of ensure that there is that connection, we're going to throw these parent events for kids.
Yeah, they already threw a parent event, or like education night, or what is it? It was called something where they basically go over what they're teaching.
What they're teaching.
Yeah. And I just thought that was so weird, because I remember my mom used to, or someone used to. Was it my mom? I'm pretty sure it was my mom. She used to just walk me to my class every day. Yeah. When I was in preschool.
But I'm sure it's a safety thing too, thinking about
I know it's a safety thing, and that's cool. But it's also like, I need to just grab this girl and just start walking in this elementary school, dog. Like, this is my daughter. I just want to take her to class, give her a kiss, have a good day, and make sure she got to class. Yeah. It's just one of those things. Because even like when she goes in, there's like the building's right there, so like, go against the wall. So I'm literally just standing there looking at her, making sure she's okay. Okay. And then I'll go to my car, because like I just don't trust these people. I don't know these people.
And I think I'm not a parent, but I'm thinking about, you drop your child off at school to adults that you don't know personally. I don't know them. So what does that feel like?
It doesn't feel good. But like for me personally, it doesn't feel good, because my daughter has gone to the same babysitter since she was like 5 months old. So my daughter's gonna be 5 in October. And now, like with the babysitter, she'll send us pictures. We can call her. They'll give her medicine. Like, she was there for everything. She'll come to the birthday party. Like, we know her. We knew. And and then now it's school. I can't pass the gate. So I was like, all right, well, there's something I just have to bite and just deal with. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, first day they let us, but Yeah, they're just like, there was like this instant, bro. It like really bothered me. One of the kids was waiting at the gate, and it was like, I don't know, 5 minutes before they were supposed to open it, but the kid had to use the bathroom. So like the teacher aide, she just opened the gate, and naturally the kid saw the gate open, so all the kids went in there, but the teacher wasn't up there yet. So she's like, just stand against the wall with your child, and this and that. And the other teachers went in on the aide. They're like, why'd you open the gate? They're not supposed to be in here, this and this. And I'm like, relax. This child had to go to the bathroom. And she said that. And the teacher's like, it doesn't matter. You can't open the gate.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what are you guys hiding in this school that we can't even go 2 feet from the inside the gate?
Yeah.
It's like, relax.
See,
she told us to stay right here. We stayed right there. And it just made me uncomfortable. Just like, what? Like, it's not that big of a deal.
See, for me, it was different because in Washington, I could walk up to the class. I could walk her to the door. But their classes, like, they had a back door for outside the school. So you walk them, they line up right outside the door of their classroom. So when they were little, I literally did take them to the door.
I can't
but
do that
out here, it's now that they're older, I'm not really tripping. But when they were younger, they could.
Do you drop? I never asked you this. Do you just drop them off, they get out of the car, and they go?
Yeah.
See, even that feels uncomfortable.
But they go in a gate now that they go to the school they go to. They get dropped off outside, or I let them go outside the gate, and they'll run into the gate. And in the gate, it's just all the kids playing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. At my school, parents pull up. We have people who help the kids get out of the car.
Yeah.
When the kids get out of the car, they come to the front office, and then they get a handshake from the principal.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
That's crazy.
Every day.
See,
so the principal shakes every kid's hand.
Every student's hand. So we have my school is K through 7th.
Yeah.
So the principal for elementary shakes all the elementary students' hands. Middle school principal does the middle school kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But for my kids, like when they go in the fence, parents can go in the fence if they want to until the bell rings.
Really?
But
with Ava, we can't.
That's crazy.
So that's why, I don't know. It's very uncomfortable.
But she's also, you said pre-K.
Pre-K.
She's still a baby.
Huh?
She's still a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's 4.
I literally watch my kids just go to their friends, talk about Roblox, I guess.
No.
They just walk up to their friends and talk.
I was still like, after that whole Sound of Freedom stuff and everything, like, I just don't trust people. I've never trust people.
I've never seen that, so.
I'm not going to see it, but like, even when at stores, at everywhere, hold the cart, don't go nowhere, do this, do that, because that's how my mom raised me.
I have parental
my mom
anxiety.
Couldn't see me. My mom couldn't see me. She'll like spank my butt, bro. You're too far. You're too this. You can only ride the scooter to the edge of this, and you can't go past it. And I always was right at the line every day. But it's like, so it's just weird. Like, even when we went to meet the teachers, I was looking at all the people. And I saw like this dude, he was a teacher aide. He looked weird to me. So the whole time I walked by him, I just stared at him and was just like, got a weird vibe from him.
You gave him that look like, I'll beat you up.
No, he didn't look at me, but it's like, I don't know. I just want to see if there's anything off with him, Maybe he's like tweaked, like, doing this,
So this leads me to my next question, because the one thought that comes to my mind, because I'm tattooed and I look the way that I look, when a parent first sees me, what is there going to be their thought of me? So coming from parents who have kids, you go to a parent night, when you see the staff members, what comes across your mind initially? I
mean, well, at school, I know a lot of the staff members, but there are a couple young ones. And I don't know. I look at it like my kids know these people. Like when they've gone to a school for a certain amount of time, usually they know all the teachers or they know a good amount. So, and then of course you're going to have new teachers starting and stuff like that. Yeah. But the reason I like my kids' school is because a lot of their teachers are minorities. And my kids didn't grow up around there. In Washington, everyone's white.
Yeah.
Or everyone's like, even back home in Iowa, all the teachers I've ever had were white. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cool to see them be able to have more minorities. I don't think I got too many teachers that like have crazy tattoos at their school, but I just look at him like, you know what, my kid knows you, so obviously you're all right.
I don't know. No, because like I don't know any staff. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just see my daughter's teacher. She's white, and but like it's not. If I don't know you, I just don't trust you. That's it. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I'm gonna be rude to you. You know what I mean? It's just in the back of my head. If my daughter says anything bad about you or anything happens, I'll go straight to the office. I'll do whatever I can to get you fired or however the occasion is or whatever happens. I don't trust them because I have. She's just the only little girl. You know what I mean? So it's like in the back of my head, it's more of like, you better not mess up. You know?
Yeah.
Because this is my child.
Yeah.
This is not a puppy. This is not a turtle. This is not nothing. This is nothing that's replaceable. This is, you know. So it's not like, say like I meet, like my child goes to your school. I shake your hand. We have a great conversation. You know, every time I see you, what's up, bro? This and this. But still, I don't really trust you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair.
You know? So it's like, it's nothing personal. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know you. I probably won't even know your first name because I'll probably only call you Mr. So-and-so.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I email my teachers, my kids' teachers all the time.
We emailed, Steph emailed them. But then I told Steph, put me on the email list, put me on the emergency call, put me under everything. Yeah. You know, because I want to be in touch. I want to be everything. But yeah, it's just, and then I try to like read people's, how do you say, like when that guy, I was just trying to see if there's anything weird. Was he tapping his foot? Was he like fidgety? Was he weird? Did he seem too happy? Did he like, why he's so happy to see these little kids? Like,
but you're just getting into it, so it's I feel like it's like that in the beginning. Well, and then over time, it kind of calms down a little, but
maybe I don't know, because like I don't know. I just never. When it comes to, I mean, you have 2 girls. When it comes to girls, it's like, what are you looking at, bro? Yeah, or this or that, or like, like, why are you following me? You follow me down 2 aisles. Like, why? What? Like, go that way.
Oh yeah, see, definitely don't play that.
You see what I mean?
I've almost gotten into fights over my kids. No lie.
You see, and it's
so
like,
what you looking at, bro?
Like even like for example, say me and you were cool, but then if you piss me off, I'll come straight to you, and I'll probably get kicked off the campus. You know what I mean? Because that's my child. Right. You don't mess around with that. Right. Don't do that.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Or
well, Jose, it's about that time.
140, bro.
Yeah, most guests don't last this long, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That go by fast?
Went by pretty fast.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Yes, it's to everyone.
It's crazy.
Wasn't it crazy? Yeah. You want to take us out, Shane? Or you want to take us out, Jose?
You take us out, Shane.
What am I supposed to say?
All right, I got you, man.
There we go.
Hey, this is KSOW. We out. No, I'm just playing. We appreciate you for coming through,
Appreciate for having me.
And Jose, I don't even
Sorry
like
for
you.
Cussing.
I don't even like you, dog.
It was only 3 times.
Only 3 times.
That's pretty good.
It's only 3 times.
It's pretty good for a potty mouth like you.
Yeah, potty mouth.
Potty mouth. We appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment. If you're on Spotify, engage in whatever there is to engage in. And we'll see y'all in the next episode. We out.
Later.
Deuces.
KSOW.
Hey, hold it more, man. Just hold it.